welcome our mayor, Kristen Ishihara.
I wanted to make sure what I said last year got remembered. Best neighbor ever. It's the appropriate warm-up for that. Okay, it is truly an honor to stand before you guys to give this state of the city. I want to share a number of wonderful things that are happening in the city due to the wonderful city leadership, administration, and staff that we have. Craig thanked me for being here, and I said, well, I didn't know I had an option not to be here. But you guys all had an option to be here or not be here, so thank you guys very much for spending this time. Part of the job of a local elected official is to help educate you about the really wonderful things going on here so that you can be excited to live here, to work here, to play here, and to tell a neighbor about something wonderful that's happening in Longview that you're proud to be a part of. So I hope something that you learned today, not just that we're glad we're not Shreveport, but something more exciting you will take and share with a friend and be excited about, because that's what living in Longview is about. Loving each other, sharing that love with other people, and letting that shine in all of East Texas. So it is truly an honor to be here. Last year I kicked off by, I'm also supposed to talk slower. Kelly Hall says talk slower. I'm gonna work on that too. Last year I kicked off by individually thanking and saying something about each of our council members. I thought that was very heartfelt, and I meant that to be very sincere. John Newstad recently told me that that was a roast, and so I will not be doing that this year. But I would like to celebrate the team that we have built. We have an amazing council, all of them seated right here. Thank you guys for being the team that you are, because serving together as a team means leaving your ego at the door and learning to work together to do the very best thing for the city of Longview. And that's what we do every day, every week, every month. And so I just want to thank you guys for being a great team. You guys are excellent, and I'm very proud to serve with you. Thank you, Mark Robinson. I saw, where is Keith? There's Keith, way over here. Last year, Keith was my hype man, and he applauded everything I said. So Mark, I think that's maybe you this year. Yeah, you got me? Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna start with recycling changes. Everybody's super excited about this. So this week, this plan has rolled out, but I do want you to understand why it's important, because I think if we know why it's important, then you'll be glad to do it. Recycling changes started this week, where in Longview, we had been previously picking up weekly your sanitation, your recycling, and your compost. And I want you to be proud of that, because in Tyler, they pick up your recycling curbside once a month, not every week, so you be proud of our recycling program as well. But now, because during our time off, when our recycling partner had a fire and they weren't open for about a year, everybody got used to putting trash in their recycling bin, and so when we started back recycling, we were sending contaminated loads to our partner, probably about 80% contaminated, and so they've had to make some changes to basically train us. You know, when you take your dog to training school and you're really training yourself, we have to retrain ourselves how to do recycling so we do it better. There's an estimated level of contamination, but it's got to be 20% or below. So in order to do that, your recycling bin will now go out the next day. So if your sanitation day is Monday, take your trash bin out that day, but then on Tuesday, you're gonna roll your recycling bin out. This is no cost, benefit, or savings, or extra expense to the city. We were already running different trucks to pick these up. You can recycle recyclables 1 through 7. Paper, aluminum, cardboard, all of those things are fine. Even plastics 1 through 7 are fine. Here's what's confusing. Do not put any plastic bags, grocery bags, trash bags. While they may say they are recyclable on the item, our recycling partner cannot process them. So we cannot process them. So putting them into a load will make it contaminated. If we continue to send contaminated loads, we'll get charged twice as much. That's why it matters to you. So to continue our recycling program, please take out your blue bins the day after. Yay? Applause for that one? Yeah. Yes, very exciting. But I do really want you to be proud of that. We will have stickers coming soon that will go on your recycling bins to tell you what you can put in there, and a flyer coming in your water bill. So we want you to be educated. We want you to use our recycling program. We're very excited about it. Next on the list is a forestry grant that we have received from Texas A&M Forest for $1.2 million. What will we do with this? Plant 5,000 15-gallon trees in our community in both public spaces and private community partner spaces. We will have a public meeting in January to talk about this. I would have had no idea you guys were so excited about this, but I have had so many people talk to me about what kind of trees to plant, where they're gonna go, how big they should be. I don't know anything about this. We're gonna hire a forester that will start in November, and you should give all of your feedback to that nice person and come to the January meeting. But we're very excited about it. This is incredible. A lot of times we complain about growth and development and business clearing trees. Well, we're about to get 5,000 new trees. So this is something to be excited about. Good job to our grant department, Laura Hill, and her team for making that happen. Thank you, Mark. One other very exciting thing, thank you to Shativa Marshall and her team in our housing department. You may remember that when our housing list opened up the last time in August of 2022, it was open for 4 hours and we received over 900 applications during that time. Longview operates a housing choice voucher list. That means we do not have Section 8 housing. We have landlords that sign up to accept the vouchers that we receive federal grant money for and approve those that are on a wait list for based on income and other requirements. We will open that list tomorrow for the first time since 2022 for a limited time of 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. Shativa's done a great job in educating the community and our nonprofits on how to be ready for this. So if you know someone that has a housing need, they can go to the library and use the internet there. Our nonprofits have attended Luncheon Learns, so they are aware and able to share with individuals who might need it. But this is happening tomorrow afternoon and will probably not happen again for a couple of years. So very important, very exciting. Good job to Shativa and her team for getting us to the point where we're ready to do that. That's very exciting. Thank you, Mark. I'm not sure if it's you now, but thank you, Mark. It's Chief Boone. Thank you, Chief Boone. Next one is our older adult grant. This is really amazing as well. We were one of two cities, City of Longview and the City of Fort Worth, were given a $2 million grant to assist older adults to remain in their home. Over the next 3 years, we will assist 200 or more seniors that would meet income requirements. So you have to meet HUD income requirements, but we would help them build ramps into their home, help put rails. I see you, Alan, this is not you. But would allow them to stay in their homes by having a professional come out, determine what they could use there, rails, ramps, whatever it might be, and we would assist them financially in making that happen. That hopefully would keep them out of a nursing home or other places, but in their own home, and I am very, very proud of this program. Again, thank you to Laura Hill for making that happen. Next one up is road work. Does anybody remember, I don't know, when was it, Richard Yakeley? 3 months ago when we did a Ask a Stupid Question on Facebook? It was like a national day. You know how they have national days for everything? This was National Ask a Stupid Question Day. So on Facebook, bravely, Richard Yakeley put up, Ask the City a Stupid Question. And we had more than 200 responses. And so, and they were not stupid. So if you participated, no, they were not stupid, no. But what we heard from residents and what we continue to hear, the two things that you care most about are road work, get out and work on our roads, and make our streets safer. We are bad drivers, put your phone down and drive well, and we want to see you improve our road safety. So those are the two things that we've really worked on, and I want to share with you a couple of just changes in our road service area so you can celebrate that with us. This one I might have to read. This year, we updated our operations plan, which streamlined the milling and repair operations in our road department. This allowed us to reduce staffing from the 11-man crew that we were running to a 7-man crew for that department, which created a completely new street repair crew. So instead of running one crew, we're now running 2 street crews repairing your streets, and that expanded our daily repair capacity by approximately 33%. It's very exciting. There's more. We also made a new pothole patch unit, so a separate designated unit that repairs potholes, which increased our ability to respond and repair those reported potholes by an estimated 25%. So I hope that when you are driving around Longview, you are seeing road crews out working, you are noticing that we are working to make the roads safer, better to drive on. I think we're milling 4th Street as we speak. So we are working diligently to repair those roads. And if you are actually, you guys probably aren't the Facebook commenters, but if you were, please know that we are reading those comments and reporting them. So send that in. Send it in through CitySend. Send us a Facebook comment. Contact your council person sitting here. We are reporting those and attempting very diligently to take care of them. One other thing that we created this year was a median and entryway crew. That crew is dedicated to cleaning up our medians and making them look nice, and our entryways when people come visit Longview, so they would be maintained nicely with grass and also litter cleanup. So we're very proud of that. Dwayne Archer, we love you. You probably saw in the paper today that Dwayne has asked to become the Assistant Public Works Director and stick with his first loves of recycling. He built our program from scratch, and we're very grateful. But that means we will be doing a national search for a new Public Works Director. We'll start that search this week and hopefully hire somebody in about 3 months. That's what we would expect that to take. But we will be looking to fill that position and continue our great work and increased road work awareness. Applause now, Mark Robinson. Thank you. Public safety update. Chief Grimes, you're first on my list here. We are very excited to have welcomed Chief Grimes to Longview. Give me a little wave. Thank you. We have made a number of exciting updates to the fire department before Chief Grimes joined us, and then after he's joined us. The first on my list to talk about there is the adoption of a new schedule for our fire department. They now work 48-96, 48 on, 96 off. That was to help with recruitment and retention. A lot of our neighboring fire departments were moving to that schedule, and we started it as an initial, we're going to try it out for a year, and it was so popular, the fire department voted it in, yes, 95% before the year was up, so we formally adopted that change, and we're very excited about that. This year, just a couple of months ago, the City Council voted to set aside $5 million from our general reserves, which is our savings, to fund a permanent fire apparatus schedule replacement. In years past, when we've needed to buy a large vehicle, a engine, or ambulance, those cost $1 to $1.5 million, and we had always just, when we needed it, pulled it out of savings, purchased it, had no real good consistent plan for the future. Now what we have is the seed money that will essentially put in a permanent system for us to buy fire apparatus moving forward. I'm very proud of our council for being forward-looking and getting that done. That sets us in a place where we don't have to worry about that in the future. We also, in doing that, are going to be ordering 6 fire apparatus to replace those that we had not done in the last couple of years, because that's an easy thing to fall off the list when it costs that much money. So very proud of us for handling that. We've also, due to Chief Grimes and some of his recommendations, if you see an emergency call, I used to hear residents that were frustrated in seeing 2 Longview Fire Department vehicles go out. So if I called emergency services, I might get an engine, which I call a ladder truck because it's got a ladder on it, and that's just what I think of, and an ambulance. But no one really understood why we would do that. Well, it's the number of people that are responding, right? There's 2 individuals on each, and you needed 4 people to respond to the emergency. Chief Grimes has helped us with a priority system for calls. So now a lower level priority might only receive an ambulance if that's all that's needed. That's important because we're saving a lot of wear and tear on a very expensive vehicle, also wear and tear on the roads. So that's excellent, and we appreciate those kind of insightful and forward-thinking recommendations. Last but not least, this year we contracted out our EMS billing. This was something we used to do in-house, And we've now worked with a firm that does that nationwide. That's efficient for the city. We did not lose any staffing. It also means less money to our residents. So where you used to get an EMS bill if you had an ambulance from the city of Longview, now if you are uninsured, that actually is not a bill that gets sent to you. It's billed only to insurance, and that's it. So lots of exciting updates in our fire department, and we're very grateful to Chief Grimes for leading that, and welcome. Kerrville deployment. Man, I know that every Longview resident was so proud to see the response of Longview Fire Department to our statewide just crisis. I wanted to individually thank all those that were deployed from Longview: Tommy Daniel, Tim Clanton, Shane Rust, Ryan Howard, Cliff Patrick, Brian Foe, Brian Woodrum, and Josh Meenick. I also wanted to just read specifically what came from our proclamation in recognition that was both at the state level and here locally. Facing swift-moving floodwaters, floating debris, and low visibility, these members executed multiple high-risk swift water rescues under extreme and hazardous flash flood conditions in the city of Kerrville and Kirk County. Under the leadership of Chief Daniel and squad leader Shane Rust, the team launched multiple rescue missions that saved 6 lives. Their precise actions, steadfast resolve, and teamwork were instrumental in the success of those life-saving missions. Over 2 weeks, these team members supported one of the largest search and recovery operations in recent history. That is truly incredible, and that's because your local fire leadership and city leadership supports excellence in training. This is above and beyond. This is things that your Longview Fire Department have sought out, become trained for, and are willing to go out and risk their own lives to help other members of the community. And you should be very proud of your support of that effort as well. If you guys saw this on Facebook, I think yesterday, posted this. I really enjoyed this. So this is your Longview Police Department by the numbers for the month. And I think many of us would be surprised at how often they are called for service. So last month, 3,857 traffic contacts happened in October. That's you getting pulled over for driving poorly. There were 4,255 calls for service. There were 230 crash reports. That's a lot for our Longview Police Department to respond to. And I want to highlight the emphasis that Chief Boone has put on traffic safety. In 2022, there were 20,000 traffic stops in the city of Longview. In 2024, there were 40,000 traffic stops. And that's because your city leadership and police chief are listening to you saying that you see people speeding, running red lights, driving distractedly. So we are making an effort to enforce that. So if you get pulled over, you are part of the problem, but please slow down, put your phone down, and drive safely here. But we are making an effort to do that. There is no other enforcement of bad driving besides pulling you over. So don't be upset. We're not picking on you. We're not trying to raise money. We are trying to make Longview a safe place to drive. There. Thank you, Mark. Here is some really exciting news. Just last month, we announced the grant. We were a grant recipient of funding for 2 new POST positions. What is POST? Public Outreach Services Team. We have had 2 of those since 2018. It came out of Mayor Andy Mack's task force on homelessness, and those individuals serve in our unhoused population by making contacts with homeless camps. If there is a call, they will go out on that call. They have special mental health training and other resources. They are plugged in with our shelters and other places, so they can be a resource to those individuals and hopefully give them a better outcome. They also work our jail diversion programs, which happens with municipal court and with our district court. Thank you, Judge Konzak. So they are doing a lot. These are the numbers for what our 2 members are doing. You can see in 2025, they have made contact with 232 individuals, helped with housing or rehab placements for 60. We have a Homeward Bound program where if they have a verified individual or a family member that can help them, they do not have resources in Longview, we will help them by buying them a bus ticket to someone that will help them on the other end of that ticket. 20 jail diversions, 88 homeless IDs issued. That can really make the difference for a person who is receiving maybe Social Security benefits or has other options but doesn't have an ID. So it makes a real difference. So what's the exciting news? The exciting news is this year we received a grant that will fund 2 new post positions. So we will double those efforts. What you see here is what we were able to do with 2. We will be launching 2 new post officers coming soon. So very excited about that. That should double our efforts in that area, and I couldn't be more proud of that. The other thing that we recently received is a grant to add 2 new mental health professionals to our multidisciplinary team. What is that? Last year I talked about GLOW, Greater Longview Optimal Wellness. That's our community paramedics program. It helps individuals by joining all of our health teams together. So if I'm having a health crisis, if I am met with one of our community paramedics, they can immediately plug me in with a better resource than taking me to jail or to the hospital directly. What they're doing now is responding to emergency calls and bringing not just a Longview police officer, but they're bringing a mental health professional from Community Health Corps, they're bringing a GLOW worker, our community paramedic, and they're bringing a post officer. And that's going to allow us to expand the hours that we offer that. That's gone from 1 day on Wednesday to now being offered 2 days, and we hope to continue to expand that program. That helps financially because it keeps the burden off of our emergency rooms and jail, but also provides obviously a better outcome for the individual who is struggling with mental health. So very excited. Again, thank you to our grant department for making those things happen. Okay, it's so boring to just sit up here and talk. Door-to-door solicitation also changed this year. This was on a recommendation from your police chief that we changed the hours of operation that people are allowed to knock on your doors. Did you know to knock on your door, someone is supposed to have a permit and be displaying that permit to you when they knock on your door? And now we only allow them to do that between noon and 6. Trying to limit for your safety. Also now in the permitting process, they will receive a background check. So if someone is knocking on your door, you should ask them if they have a permit through the city of Longview, and if not, suggest that they get one before they knock on further doors. But happy to have that in place. That's obviously a good thing for our community, and we're proud of that. National Night Out this year, we had 92 parties in total, with 33 of them being registered for the first time. So good job, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause for participating in that. One thing I wanted to highlight today, which is brand new, thanks to our city judge, Terry Jackson, sitting up front here. I've just told you that last year we stopped twice as many people for speeding, running red lights, driving poorly, driving distractedly. What does that mean? Well, not everybody gets a ticket, but a lot of people receive a ticket. And so that means that we have more tickets given out. That means we have more people not taking care of those tickets. And when you don't take care of your ticket, there is a warrant issued for you. And if you are later pulled over, then you are taken to jail for having a warrant. And your photo ends up on Say Cheesed or Busted. We don't want that for you. We don't want that for you. Our goal is to enforce traffic safety. It is not, again, to raise money or be punitive. It is simply to make us a safer place to drive. So we've made several changes with our city court on how to take care of those tickets. Now, if you receive a citation from the city of Longview, it will come with a QR code on the citation that will help you figure out how to directly take care of that. Judge Jackson is now doing a night court where you can walk in with a safe harbor if you have a warrant and take care of that ticket and get set up on either a diversion plan or a payment plan. You can check online now to see if you have an outstanding ticket or if you have a warrant. We have put into place an amnesty program that will be used year-round. So if you want to take care of your ticket, you should have no fear to come to the City of Longview and take care of that ticket. Judge Jackson will also be offering traveling courts to other areas of town to make it most accessible to people who may be working or not have transportation. So we are working hard to allow people to take care of those tickets if they have them so that we can be a safer community overall. But thank you, Judge Jackson, for all of that. That's a lot of time on your part, and we are grateful. Next, we moved, or after renovations from the bond projects, the municipal court moved back, and our human resources and partners in prevention moved into our old police department in October of this year. So happy for them to have a nice new renovated home, and we're happy for them. Next is parks update. Stamper Pool groundbreaking has happened. Where is my friend Jay Dean? There he is. Hello, State Representative Jay Dean. We want to thank you for a state grant that gave us $3 million towards the construction of Stamper Park Pool. We are very, very grateful. We have broken ground on the pool. We expect it to be open next summer. We're very excited about that. Other parks updates, the Teague Park entryway renovation will be underway soon. We've received a federal grant and money, as well as partnership from LEEDCO and the county. Thank you guys for participating, as well as Go Giver Gala funds will make this happen. So at Teague Park, we will be reconstructing the entryway there off of Highway 80. You can probably see a little bit of that from the photo. We will also be relocating our Parks and Rec department to Teague Park ultimately there too, so that's very exciting. Thank you also to LEEDCO. Where is Wayne? Where? I saw you somewhere. Where are you at? There's Wayne. Thank you. Thank you, LEEDCO and board members, for setting aside some funds that will construct pickleball courts at McWhorter. Everybody loves pickleball. We're building 2 new courts at McWhorter that should be open in the fall. And also something that council put in place this year. Thank you, Mr. Ray Wade, for bringing this to us. We altered the Family Rec Center passes, as well as made youth free at our rec centers. So now at Broughton, which was a recipient of $5 million of the 2018 bond funds, so it looks great if you haven't been. It's an amazing facility. Last summer to this summer, we tripled the use in that facility due to those changes. So if you are now a family of 4, you can get an annual City of Longview family pass for $75. That was about half of what it previously cost. And if you are a youth, you can attend Broughton for free. So if you go to Broughton any night, you will see a lot of activity, a lot of kids playing basketball, people playing kickball, people using the facility. So very excited about that and glad for those changes. I'm about halfway through, y'all, so I might talk fast. I'm sorry. This is the not exciting. Oh, no, I forgot Borman Trail. I'm so sorry. Borman Trail, this one is exciting. The Parks Department has been working very hard on Borman Trail. I have personally gotten a lot of compliments. So if you use Borman, you've probably noticed that they've been doing drainage work, as well as clearing out on the side. That's to make the trail safer so you can see further ahead of you, as well as remove the standing water that's on the trail. But if you use Borman, you've probably noticed it looks pretty awesome, and that's through a dedicated effort on our Parks department. So good job, Parks. Now's the unfun talk on the budget. So we did pass a budget this year. Our general operating budget for the City of Longview is close to $100 million. Just in rough numbers, that's a third from your property taxes, that's a third from sales tax, and that's a third from everything else. That means when property taxes take a hit or sales tax takes a hit, that's hard on the city. And what I wanted to just emphasize for you guys today is when we talk about what the city's budget is, it is 70% city employees. The services that we provide to you are through our employees. The water department worker, the pothole filler, the parks department, everybody that works for the city is the services that we provide to you. So of the $100 million, 70% of that is employing city staff that are providing you the services through the City of Longview. This year we were very proud to have not raised your property tax rate. but also managed to give our city employees a 5% raise, plus $825 is a flat rate across the board. We were not able to do that last year, but we were able to make that adjustment this year and not raise the tax rate. But like you as business owners and in your individual homes, we are feeling the crunch still. So we continue to have those fiscal concerns, same as you do. In years past, we've had very focused efforts on recruitment and retention for our public safety. So for the fire department and the police department, if you had been at this lunch probably 5 years ago, you would have heard us talking about double-digit vacancies in both. I am proud to say that we either have no vacancies or 1 to 2 vacancies now due to some very, very specific efforts and changes made in both of those departments to the way they recruit, the way they train, the way we pay, the culture that they have. All of those things have been intentional efforts. So what I wanted to just share with you today is that we continue to struggle with that as a city for the rest of our employees. There's 900 city employees, rough numbers, 200 police, 200 fire, that leaves 500 of everybody else. And those individuals are not a focus usually on recruitment and retention, but it is something, just like you in private business, we're struggling with. Hiring people, paying enough to recruit them, to retain them long term if they show promise. So that's something that the City Council will be undertaking soon, a pay study update where we will review the peer cities that we compare ourselves to and then come up with how far, I assume we're far behind probably, but how behind are we from other places? How do we make sure that we have high quality people that are providing high quality services, because that's what our residents deserve. So just wanted to share that with you. That's something that we continue to struggle with, and I know you do too. Comes up every year, unfortunately, when you make a budget, but we'll be back talking about it again next year. Our general funds reserve, I just wanted to put that up for you. As I mentioned earlier, we've recently voted on the $5 million that will fund our fire apparatus. On next week, we will vote on raising our reserves from 10% to 15%, and that would remove another approximately $5 million. We've again like to thank Jay for the grant reimbursement for Stamper Park Pool, because that gives us back some more money, and also celebrate our city staff who saved us some money on the Stamper Park Pool construction and bid. Based on the original numbers, we thought it would be closer to $6 million, but on our actual bid process, we saved about 1.5. So that's where our general reserves sit now, and yeah, very, very excited to report that to you. Thank you, Mark. Let's talk happier stuff now. Community partners. Gregg County. Gregg County is an excellent community partner, and we're glad to work with them in so many wonderful things. Today, we just wanted to celebrate, along with Judge Stout and all of Gregg County, that recently we've opened the free, under budget parking facility in Gregg County. It's very exciting. If you, yes. I suspect a lot of you attended State of the County yesterday, along with me. There I learned that the parking facility opens automatically at 6 a.m. On the weekends, it closes automatically at 1 a.m. if you are out downtown enjoying any of our wonderful downtown merchants. And so if you are there past 1 a.m., your car is getting locked in. But the way that you get out is by calling Sheriff Soriano's personal cell phone number, and he will... So if you want to get out a pen, it is 903. Just kidding. We also want to celebrate with LeadCo on their largest project to date. This is just an honor to be able to announce from up here, because it is not my project to announce, but man, I'm excited about it. Project Milk with 9th Avenue Foods will manufacture and distribute from their new site here in Longview dairy and non-dairy products. They will be not just a manufacturer, but a distribution center. What does that mean for Longview? $212 million in capital investments. It means 150 jobs with an average salary of over $60,000. They will locate on 40 acres in the North Business Park with an option to purchase another 40 for future expansion in the next 5 years. Why Longview? Our water supply, our wastewater treatment, And they specifically congratulated us on the ease at which it was to work with LeadCo, with the county, with the city, because this project came together in 5 months or less. So very exciting. I want to specifically thank Wayne Mansfield and Heather Malone with LeadCo, and I've listed up there for you their board members who serve as volunteers and use their time and talent to bring these big projects to Longview. That's very, very exciting, and we want to say thank you to them. A couple of other fun ones with our community partners. UT Tyler just recently kicked off and announced their physician assistant program. We want to thank our buddy Jay over there, thanks for coming today, Jay, for a $5 million state grant that helps get this program kicked off. On 259, they will be using their new nursing facility there that they've recently opened, but will be starting a physician assistant program next fall. This is incredibly important to Longview because we want to recruit and keep our medical professionals here. So quality education for individuals from our area, plus the ability to recruit and retain healthcare for the rest of us is very exciting. LeTourneau is next. I talked last year about their capital campaign program, which is $180 million in total, but this year their performance air dome has been inflated and is on track to open this summer. This is a 120,000 square foot facility that will house a championship level indoor track and other sports facility. LeTourneau hopes it will be to sports what Belcher is to the performing arts, which is pretty cool. LeTourneau also has partnered with LeadCo this year to open a manufacturing and welding robotics training facility, not just for students, but for companies across Texas. They have become the training partner for Toyota's planned manufacturing facility near San Antonio later this year, which is pretty cool. And also earlier this year, you probably saw in the news that they broke ground on a $15 million expansion out at the airport for their aviation program. So we're very excited for all of those improvements with UT Tyler and LeTourneau. Kilgore College, we want to thank for their partnership with Longview PD. Together in January, LPD and Kilgore College launched a public safety training program. In October, after a 22-week session class, they graduated 14 individuals, so much like our medical program. Training them here to be the peace officers that they need them to be will allow us to recruit, train. You heard me mention that earlier. That's one of those dedicated efforts to train people and help our LPD stay fully staffed. So great job, Chief Boone. We're very excited about that. Go ahead. Next on our list is Longview ISD. Thank you guys over there. Their Longview ISD bond will have an overall economic impact of $544 million on our local economy. That's not just through capital improvements, that's through jobs, construction, everything involved with their local bond. It will add a new career and technical education building at the high school, a new early childhood learning center off of Estes Parkway. And just because Chief Kemper is coming from Longview PD, we wanted to celebrate with them on their new dedicated police force that will be at Longview ISD, headed up by our city retiring Chief Kemper. We'll miss him, but proud that he's going to go on and protect our students there at Longview ISD. So very excited for y'all's partnership. The Pine Tree Bond has added a career and technical education facility, a new high school baseball facility, and renovations at Birch Parkway and junior high and the junior high. The very first dinner that I got to go to with LeadCo to, be charming and try to bring business to Longview was the my daughter laughed at that too, thank you, Ray, the 9th Avenue Foods dinner. And it was really educational to me to hear Wayne Mansfield, the president of LeadCo, tell someone why they would want to invest in Longview. And what he bragged about, the community is our own investment in ourselves. So in the 2018 bond, where we chose to invest $104 million through the voters in public safety and infrastructure and quality of life projects, that was the first thing that he listed. The 82,000 people that live in Longview have chosen to invest in themselves, so you should as well. He listed the Longview ISD bond, the Pine Tree bond. He listed all of the capital improvement projects that our major industries put into our community and the collaborative efforts we have between the city, the county, LeadCo, our schools, our partners, our universities. So that is what makes the difference when you talk about bringing big players to Longview. Our ability to see the need and the desire to invest in ourselves and our ability to work together. I'll steal a phrase that I've heard Judge Stout say, we can make Longview as great as you want us to make it, right? It's in our hands. The control is yours. Voting and marketing ourselves is how we bring other major investors here by believing in ourselves and being willing to invest in ourselves. So give yourselves a pat on the back for all of those things. Speaking of moving forward, Pastor Tim shouted out some of our most exciting business improvements here recently. Sprouts is a big one. They opened last week with 300 people lined up at 6 a.m. to enter their store. Yeah, it's pretty fun. The first one got there at midnight. I don't actually think they got anything exciting, but they were there and we're excited. Next one is 1 week from today, 10 a.m. next Wednesday. Fresh will open on 259. That's right. We're very, very excited. You can give it a round of applause. They will have an outdoor turf playground with bathrooms, outdoor seating, ability for live music, fresh food. It might be where I live now. I'm not totally sure. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and we want to be supportive of those big players that come to Longview. Please go out and thank them for being here. We don't get nice things if we don't respond and say thank you and go patronize them. Brahms, 3 locations. Yes, I don't eat at Brahms, but I guess I'm about to. The one on 259 will open on Monday. That is the closest one, so assuming they pass our permitting process, they will open on Monday. We're all very excited about that. No pressure. Yeah, sorry, Michael Shirley. Community engagement. There is lots of wonderful things happening in downtown Longview. This is another one where I am going to ask you to make sure and patronize downtown. 95% of our open retail area is full. We have had private investment downtown, which is incredible. Thank you to all of those that have businesses downtown, that rent space downtown, and provide things for people to do. If you are able, please go down and patronize them. That's our job, to go thank them by being a patron so that they continue to be there and keep downtown amazing. Our Longview Convention and Visitors Bureau is now located down there, so you can go buy Longview stuff. And they have recently put up these really cool maps. You can find these online or on corners downtown that would tell you what retail places you can go to. So go park in the parking facility and go check out some of the things you can spend money at. That would be a good idea. The newest mural actually started today. This is at the Green Street Monster. Yeah, well, lots of fun. So that one will take about a week to complete. And we're excited about that. All the murals downtown are a lot of fun, and this will be our newest one. Arts Longview, want to congratulate them on all of their successful work. This year they received a $90,000 grant to paint our water tower downtown. So, man, our skyline downtown is cool. Thank you to Vera Bank for the flags and for our beautiful new water tower, but everything downtown looks amazing. So excited for them about that. Christina also asked me to mention that because we are designated as a cultural arts district downtown, in October, through the Texas Commission on the Arts, Arts Longview plus other cultural arts nonprofits downtown received $168,000 in funding just in the month of October to help with their operations and other exciting projects that they would not be eligible for if they did not have that designation. Why do they have that designation? Because on a Longview Chamber trip that was an intercity trip to Waco, some of the 30 people that were on that trip learned how to become a cultural arts district and brought it home here to Longview. So funding can exist because of an idea that individuals have, and they come make that a better place for Longview. So good job, Arts Longview. That's really exciting, and we appreciate it. The next one is Longview is less littered. Have you noticed? Pretty cool. All of our Longview parks are adopted. If you wanted to adopt something, we would find something for you. There's still streets, trails, and other things. But every park has been adopted, and our litter index has gone down. The Less Littered Longview campaign has completed its second year, and we have had a citywide push to address illegal dumping and promote our bulky item pickup, easily done through City Send, through our wonderful sanitation program, but that's been funded by an ETCOG grant. So we're grateful to them, and we have had a very dedicated effort to having less bulky items or dumps. And please use your City Send. We'll talk about City Send in a minute, but please help us clean up Longview by participating. Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center is supported through a 501c3 called Longview Paws. And this year, Longview Paws bought a transportation van. This transportation van, you're looking at it right here, has taken over 250 animals from our Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center and driven them to rescue partners in Tennessee. And Sandy's back here. She's one of our drivers. Virginia and Tennessee. Thank you so much. Sandy and her husband drive 14 hours there and 14 hours back. Yes. So excellent way to get involved. Thank you so much, Sandy. But this is a really wonderful opportunity for us to take adoptable animals because we have too many unwanted pets in Longview. So please spay and neuter your pets. We talked about that last year. Continue to do that. But now we're able to transport through this awesome opportunity to other partners so those animals have a chance at a new home. So super proud of that. That's 100% funded through private donations of our residents here in Longview. So way to go, guys. Connect Longview. Oh, is this a film? I didn't know that. Go for it.
I'm glad y'all are here today because I do get lonely and all, and I can't do my yard with this COPD and my balance issues. I just can't express how thrilled and blessed I feel for y'all being here. Because with all this rain we've had, my yard is growing up. Connect Longview is a wonderful program. I don't know about other cities, but I tell you, here in Longview, with Ingrid and other people at work, it is so essential for older people, handicapped. I'm so glad y'all are doing this.
Thank you. Connect Longview is a program run by Ingrid Self right here, and that connects individuals in our community, often seniors on a fixed income or those that aren't physically able to maintain their home or yard in compliance with the city rules. So maybe they have an overgrown yard, maybe they have a falling-in roof, maybe they have a falling-in porch, and they've been tattled on to the city by a neighbor, honestly, is what happens. So they are having a code issue, and we know that there are people in Longview that care enough that will come out and take their Saturday and will clean up their yard or will fix their porch, and so we are just connecting those loving people with the people that need it. That is a program called Connect Longview, and we have projects available on our site for that, but so far this year, we've had individuals help with 50 projects that dedicated 2,691 volunteer hours to help those in our community that need it. I want to thank these partners specifically that are listed there, and I would love to give them a round of applause. Thank you guys so much. The City of Longview is currently undergoing a housing study. This is grant funded through a federal grant of, I think, $90,000 that we have received. Dietrich is saying yes, to conduct a very in-depth housing study. We hosted a public meeting that was well attended. We currently have an online survey that is open and has received more than 500 responses. We're very excited about that. The consultant says that that's more engagement than any other city they've worked with, so way to go, guys. It's still open, though, and we do want you to complete it. Why does Longview need a housing study? Longview, along with many other cities, is having an affordable housing issue. We do not have housing that is affordable for our residents, and we need to solve that problem. It won't be an easy fix, so what do we hope to get from this survey? We hope to get some suggestions that the city could put into place. What does that mean? That might mean that City Council is later talking about development code changes that might allow smaller lots. or smaller house sizes, or different materials, or different types of housing structures. We're going to hopefully get some of those from the study that would allow our building community to make more affordable housing options. We also hope to get an idea for investors on what our need is here in the Longview community, so they could see a need and choose to fill it privately, or maybe there would be other grant opportunities available, but we are hoping that this will help us address our affordable housing need here in Longview. So please do participate. The survey is still open now. Final report will be in April with presentation in May back to City Council. We're excited about that. Thank you, Dietrich, for heading that up, and Shativa as well. Our first Longview In-View class just graduated. If you are in this room, you would probably enjoy this class. Longview In-View is a 10-session program that gives you an in-depth look at Longview departments. So whether you think the city's doing a great job or you think we're doing the worst job ever, this is the best place for you to be. It will give you an inside look at how we operate and what the city does on a daily basis. Plus, it gives you access to the people that can help you solve a problem. So each department kind of has a day that is dedicated to them and learning more in depth with them. We graduated, I think, 30-ish people from our first class, Ty and Grace included, and I think it was very informational, and they really enjoyed it. So if you're interested, applications for that are open now, and we would love to have you participate in that. Next is America's 250th anniversary. Next July 4th is our anniversary for 250 years as a country. So we have some special things planned. If you are interested in getting involved, the website is there. Gregg County is involved. All of our other Gregg County cities are involved. So we're looking forward to having some fun events for that and need you to help volunteer and plan events as well. So let us know if you want to volunteer. Next slide is volunteering. The city utilizes volunteers in so many ways. So I just wanted to say thank you to those that serve on our boards and commissions. We have a number of those. Would love to have you be on those. Thank you to our In-View class. Thank you if you hosted a national night out. Thank you if you are serving on one of the task forces that are currently operating. I asked for individuals willing to serve in areas where we needed some solutions. So right now there are 5 task forces and about 150 people serving on them in a volunteer capacity for mental health, engagement, coordination, transportation, what's the other one? Housing. So those individuals have been meeting for more than 3 months and will start reporting back to City Council soon with recommendations that both Council could consider and the community will need to consider. How do we solve mental health? That is not going to be an easy solution, right? So, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be taking steps in the right direction to address an issue that we know about. So thank you to everybody that is involved in all of those things. Next, this is just a plug for a personal baby of mine, is the Longview Community Foundation. If you're familiar with community foundations, you know what an impact it can have on a local community. This is about having a vision for the future of Longview. A community foundation encourages charitable giving. It supports local nonprofits, and it provides a vehicle for us to come together to support the community as a whole. What I would love for Longview is to have a Longview Forever Fund that has $100 million in it, because I had $5 I could put in, Judge Jackson had $10 he could put in, Robert Ray put in $8. We all contribute what we can, and that pot of money exists to support us in the future. So in 20 years, if we had $100 million, that would give out $5 million in grants to our nonprofits to start and seed big ideas in our community. This is one of those things that when we visit inner city chamber trips, we see each successful community has. And when you ask them how they funded that idea, they said, oh, our community foundation. So this is how we come together as a community and build something for our future. So if you're interested in participating in that, that's just my personal plug. Has nothing to do with the city, except for it's about Longview. So thank you very much. This is not a roast, but this is our City Send recent commercial. Sydney asked that I not say his name directly, so I will not say Sydney's name directly, but we'll watch the video.
Hello folks, I'm Sidney Allen, a member of the Longview City Council. I'm here today with Richard and Scott. We want to present a program to you that helps the city on your requests for items you think need to be taken care of. All you need is a phone. Now you need to have it charged or it won't work. And you have a program, it's called City Send, and it has an arrow in it. So we're standing here today in front of a pothole. We all want to get rid of them. Say, well, who do we call? What do we do? But this is an easy way to do it. This is street and traffic. Then you have different items, drainage, potholes. Look at there, potholes.
So now we're going to choose where we
are.
are.
Where is the request? Now I'm showing here a map that comes up. Does that map come up normally, Richard?
Yeah, it knows your location if you're using your location.
One of those new modern conveniences that we have benefit here in Longview.
And then you just hit done and it'll know where its location is.
That done. Number 3, tell us more details.
So if you tap in the text box, you can type a message or you can use your voice to speech to put a message in. And then you can add your photo or video.
Yes, that's the most important thing. You're going to get a good picture of that pothole. Use photo down at the very bottom, very easy.
So now all you have to do is hit submit, and that goes straight to the city of Longview, and they'll get to work getting this pothole fixed.
Thank you. Close.
That's pretty great. We have a really great communications team as well. With a sense of humor, and so does our council, so thank you, Sydney, for allowing that. But please do use City Send. I just told you we are responding to potholes 25% faster. If you will send it to us, we will fix it, and we will make Longview better together. On that note, the city last week launched a food drive. Captain Rob with the Salvation Army told me yesterday that she has already this month seen a 600% increase in the needs for food services. That is obviously something happening this month, but it is happening daily in our community that we have individuals with food insecurity. Our food partners in this drive that I would like to thank because they serve food daily in our community is Newgate, Highway 80, Salvation Army, Longview Community Ministries, Community Outreach Missions, and the East Texas Food Bank. We have the opportunity to provide them food and funds, and we need your help now. The drive will collect in a drive-through drop-off location at Mod Cobb from 9 to 6 on Friday. If you are able to bring donated items, you can also drop those off at the library anytime this month. We also have the opportunity through the Greater Longview United Way, thank you to them for helping us with the ability to receive monetary donations. So if you donate through the link here, that will be shared between all 6 of our partners. We currently have $18,000 raised from our community with a $30,000 goal. So good job to you guys already for making that happen. The very best thing about living in Longview is that we love each other, and if we see or hear about a need, we will step up to fill it. So I know you guys will make that happen as well. Yep, thank you, Mark. Oh, and that's the last thing I have. This is on your table, so if you want to participate, please share with that. And thank you guys so much. I stayed super close to time, and I'm going to give Lori 5 minutes back. But thank you guys so much for being here. It is truly an honor to serve as your mayor. I appreciate the opportunity.